Michael Hernandez here, MLH Media, and we are here today with a great interviewee, man, my guy, AJ Hotchkins over there. Originally from Oregon, but now you're over there in Texas, I believe, correct? Over there, Fury Fighting Championship coming up over here on December 15th. How you doing today, AJ?
I'm beautiful, brother. How about yourself, man? How about yourself?
It's always a great day when I get to speak to a prospect like yourself, man. It's actually kind of crazy, man. So I remember back in the day seeing you kind of donning that green and gold, You had a couple of big plays back in your day at Oregon, but also got some time over there at UTEP. I think that's maybe what a lot of college fans would probably remember you from your time from. And I mean, man, kind of quite the career over there, now transferring into MMA. How do you think the fan recognition has been from the college game into now the MMA game? Do you feel like a lot of fans are starting to be like, hey, I remember that dude. Like, hey, I remember watching like some crazy stuff on your TikTok or your YouTube, because that's also how you gained a big part of your fan base, right?
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, man. I think a lot of people they've been following me since like day one. Like even since like my JUCO days, like my high school days, and I've just kind of been bringing people along. And man, yeah, it's been a major blessing. And yeah, man, I feel like like the following is continuing to grow, and when you go out there, you finish guys, and you're exciting to watch, and like we'll continue to grow the fan base. So, man, it's just an awesome opportunity. Fury signed me to a 4-fight contract, and yeah, we make the pro debut December 15th, and just super excited, man, getting ready for that.
You've got to fight some pretty big promotions in your time fighting as a mixed martial artist. I mean, not even getting to crack into really the professional scene yet, and you've already got to compete for organizations like Lights Out. You got to compete for LFA. I mean, those are already two of the larger promotions over here on the West Coast, and then Tough Enough. You've gotten your time over there. What has been kind of your favorite promotion so far to get to compete for and get to kind of be underneath those bright lights for, man? Because you have had quite the experience, I think, compared to a lot of other amateur guys, in the sense that you've gotten to kind of fight around and see where exactly you want to take your talents.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Honestly, I love fighting for Lights Out. I think the promotion was awesome, man. Like the production was awesome. Obviously, fighting in front of Sean Merriman was awesome. And then also they got me some really good fights, man. Like a couple of really good prospects I fought under Lights Out. And man, yeah, I think when you fight for a bunch of different promotions, you kind of get a feel for what you like, what you don't like, and man, just being able to fight on all these different platforms has been awesome. And again, like we talked about, man, just growing my fan base, which is obviously a huge part of MMA. But my job is to go in there and perform at a high level, and that's what I intend on doing in December 15th for Fury Fighting. I'm excited to fight under these guys and check out their promotion. I love Texas. I'm a Texan now. I'm originally an Oregonian, but been living in Texas the last like 4 or 5 years, man, and I love it. And so, man, yeah, just more opportunities, more blessings, brother.
What's been the biggest kind of adjustment for you from that? Because you've had to travel a lot for your MMA career as well, so having to adjust to kind of some different climates, different kind of things, different cultures when you're having to go into these cities and go ahead and try and knock off the guy that's kind of maybe the hometown crowd favorite. What has been your kind of adjustment to the state of Texas, or just overall? Because I mean, you're a West Coast boy, I would say, at heart, right? I mean, Oregon,
Yeah.
California, going over there in college. So how has it been kind of adjusting to that Texas climate and just overall the environment?
No problem, bro. Man, it's just, man, it's awesome, bro. Like I love fighting. I'd like to fight internationally. Like I love going out, competing and checking out different parts of the country, different parts of the world. And I think that's what's so awesome about the fight game is that, man, like everybody in the world fights, and I think they just did a show, and I think it was in Russia. I think today, actually really early this morning for the UFC.
It's
So
China, yeah, Macau,
China,
yeah.
China, excuse me. So, man, like for me, man, like, I love it, man. Like, it's like fight week is like a magical week for me, man. It's so awesome, bro. Like I always get in early to cut my weight and check out the scenery, check out what the city and the state has to offer, and man, it's just always a great opportunity, always great vibes, and really doesn't really matter to me where I'm fighting at. El Paso is high elevation where I train at back home, so I feel like I'm always in great shape and I'm always ready to compete. I'm always ready to perform. And yeah, man, a fight is a fight, man. And at the end of the day, it's just winning the fist fight. And, that's the way I look at it. And, I've been a lifelong competitor, lifelong athlete. So for me, no problem. Especially being a football player, you play 12 games a year or whatever the case, man, 13 games, whatever, and you're playing all over the place, man. So like for me, it's just honestly just the opportunity, man, is awesome. So
And for you, I like how you said you kind of moved to that El Paso area, and like it's pretty high elevation over there, especially in that area of Texas. Can you kind of go into what exactly got, I know obviously football brought you over there originally, but what got you to kind of stay in Texas and to really make your home grounds there? Because it is an interesting MMA development as well over there. I feel like a lot of people oftentimes sleep on that kind of area of Texas, but definitely has harbored a lot of great UFC fighters and brings a lot of guys out over there from that UFC area. I mean, Kevin Holland's over there originally from Houston, Derek Lewis. There's like so many guys I could probably name off there over there originally from the Lone Star State.
yeah, man. Honestly, like for me, I met my wife. I got two boys at home, and so I mean, I really just settled into Texas. I loved, without being too political, man. Like I just love Texas, man. Like the people are awesome. I love the mountains. Where I'm at. There's a ton of mountains. I love the sunshine. I'm originally from Oregon, so I feel like I reversed the climate. I went from like rainy, 85% of the year to now sunny sunshine and warm weather 85% of the year, and I just feel like it's optimal for training. So yeah, man. I love Texas. I love America, man. So really, I mean, anywhere where I could get after it and get good rounds in is good for me. And so yeah, I mean, I've settled into Texas the last 4 or 5 years, and yeah, I mean now I'm really, really settling in because I got my next four fights with Fury, and so I'm kind of like building a home, here in Texas, and so man, it's just been awesome. And again, like for me, man, it's just all about the opportunity, and I always say like, well, what an opportunity this is, and so yeah, man, Fury fighting and Texas MMA, I think Texas is really slept on, like you said, man. I think it's and I think it's growing. I think there's a lot of guys, a lot of big time prospects that come out of Texas, and God willing, I'll be one of those guys. So I'm excited to help put Texas on the map, help put the United States on the map, and put Portland, Oregon on the map, specifically Tigard, Oregon. So I'm super excited, man. And like I always say, man, what an opportunity.
I always find it kind of crazy too, as well, for you, because you were someone that a lot of people may not know this just based kind of off your videos. And just, I feel like your athleticism just may be a little bit deceiving in terms of watching your training, because you've only been training now for, I believe, 2 or 3 years, right? You kind of stopped the football career, went into the training. And I feel like that kind of transition is sometimes a little bit more difficult for a lot of athletes, but you have just kind of made that seamless transition. Can you kind of talk about that a little bit more and what exactly went into that? Was there some things that you really seen and you're like, okay, we need to tighten this up. Like I cannot be doing this if I'm going to go into this MMA field? Or was it just more so like the dots were just connecting and everything was kind of flowing? Because it does seem like how you've been saying in your YouTube videos and your TikToks, I've obviously kept up with you for quite some time. It just feels like you have a little bit more of a connection every day with this kind of MMA field. Would I be wrong in saying that?
I feel like, man, like I'm a lifelong athlete, and I think that the more money and the more money that goes into MMA and the more mainstream MMA becomes in America, especially in America, like the more you'll start to see these high level athletes trickle into MMA. And so for me, I mean, like growing up, I was a basketball player actually originally, and
Wow.
I stopped growing, man. I was just telling somebody today, I'm like, man, I was a beast at basketball, like sixth, seventh, eighth grade. I was already like dunking the basketball, like I was out jumping everybody, but then I stopped growing, so I picked up football. I didn't pick up football until my junior year in high school, and then obviously I played college football, and so like for me, I feel like a lot of the skills that I learned just like over the time of being an athlete, like have really transferred into MMA. And then like for me, I've just always had the heart of a warrior. I feel, and I love war. I love going out, competing, testing myself. I feel like the transition, obviously, like you need to build the skill level in MMA. MMA is an extremely skillful sport, but also having that physicality and that warrior mentality that that I picked up along my athletic career has definitely helped me. I feel like I was telling somebody today. I feel like basketball is very similar to striking, whereas like the rhythm, the footwork, all of these things, the coordination, and so like me playing basketball growing up, I think has really helped me as well in MMA. A lot of people don't know that. Maybe I'll post some basketball highlights one day. And then obviously in football, like I feel like the wrestling translates so well or excuse me, the football translates to the wrestling so well because it's really you're just tackling someone, so and also the physicality and the leverage and all these things. I have so much, like I have so much stuff to improve on, man. So like this journey is so far from over, man. I'm always improving. I'm always looking for ways to get better. And so yeah, man, I look forward to showing the world, man, the best version of AJ, man. December 15th for Fury Fighting, and going out and finishing it in spectacular fashion. I think I told you that last time. And last time I had, how they say, like a lot of people put asses in seats. I take asses off the seats. So people are jumping up and screaming. The announcer cussed on the microphone because they were so excited. And so that was my last fight. And yeah, man, I just look like, I want to be entertaining. I want to go out there. I want to finish in spectacular fashion. And that's my goal when I'm in here training every day, and just manifesting that outcome. And yeah, just trying to become a star in this sport, a star in this game, and provide a better life for my family, man, more or less. So and I believe that MMA, I will do that through MMA.
Always find it funny too because it's almost like when they teach you the tackling drills nowadays, like when you're like learning, it's almost like they're teaching you not to get in a guillotine now. It's like the way that the game is evolving in football is almost like helping the people that are ending up going into the mixed martial arts
Yeah,
game after.
it's like they're teaching like rugby style tackling, and I feel that
Yeah.
like wrestling and football, they correspond so well. Like I feel like if you, especially defensively, if you're a defensive football player, you should definitely be wrestling, because I know if like had I been growing up, I would have been a much better football player because of the wrestling, so like because tackling someone that has the ability to wrestle is much harder than tackling someone, with 11 other or excuse me 10 other guys on the field, and with the sideline and the boundaries and all these things. So yeah, man, I feel like the two correlate so well. And yeah, man, just kind of like trying to become a super well-rounded mixed martial artist. And yeah, that's what I've been spent the really, and I say like 3.5 years. I've really been training martial arts 3.5 years, but I've really dedicated my life the last like maybe year and a half to mixed martial arts. So I'm just super excited again to share that with the world, and share my journey with the world, and start to bring some of these high level Division 1 athletes, these high level football players into the sport of mixed martial arts, especially these guys that aren't going to the NFL, and they're looking for an opportunity to provide for their family. Man, this is an awesome way to do so.
Speaking about this matchup coming up in December, I mean, you're facing off against one of the, I would say, probably top prospects over there in the state of Texas, over there for Fury. But you, myself, Matt, and you have been creating quite the plethora of records since we last spoke as well. How do you feel you match up across the cage from Mr. Tavon Taylor as you look to both possibly make a successful professional debut out there come Fury FC 99?
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's a great matchup for me, man. I think that it should be fireworks, man. Like without saying too much, definitely tune in December 15th, man. Fury Fighting, UFC Fight Pass, man. It should be fireworks, and shout out to Tyvon Taylor for the opportunity, man. Like it takes two to tango, and like a lot of guys didn't accept this fight, So I'm super, and again, like this guy's going to be a real test, man. This guy's long, rangy, strong, really athletic, really twitchy. He's 6'4". He was a 7-2 amateur. I believe he won 2 amateur titles. He has some kickboxing experience. So definitely my most experienced opponent yet, man. And like I said, man, I look forward to going out there and showing the world, the best version of AJ. And that's all that I can control, and control what I'm doing every single day in the gym, and getting ready for Mr. Tyvon, man. So again, major shout out to him, showing up, stepping up, taking the opportunity. And I'm excited to make magic, man. Make fireworks, man. Get asses off of seats. I thought about that earlier today, man, because people freaking run around and scream when I fight. So Man, I'm just super excited, man. Super excited, man. I'm looking forward to entertaining the crowd, man, for sure. You know.
Special would it be for you to not only get this win over there in the special Lone Star State of Texas, but also in a big year for your home program over there in Oregon as well? I mean, possibly could be #1 in the whole entire United States, and then having AJ Hotchkins over there getting a win. I think that'd be a pretty big way to cap off what has been a pretty big 2024 for both you and the Oregon football program over there, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. Yeah, man, it'd be big, man. It'd be big. I'm keeping up with them, and it's awesome to see that they're #1 right now. And I hope that they finish the year strong and bring the state of Oregon a national championship, man. And that'll be awesome. And and I'll bring the state of Oregon a great pride as well, man. The and America and Texas, So, man, yeah, in my family and everybody that supported me, put time in there, my coaches, my sponsors, all these guys, so myself, and so yeah, man, I'm just super excited, man, again, to show the world that the best version of AJ the world's ever seen, man. Like, me as a football player, me as, whatever. And so I'm super excited, man, to show everything I've been working on. And December 15th, man, it's right around the corner, about 3 weeks away now. So super excited, man.
Any chance that we'd possibly, if you are able to get this win in a big fashion, I know you love to stay active, any chance you'd possibly be able to see you on that Fury FC 100 card? I know that's formulating to be a pretty historic card over there. Any chance that we'd get to see Mr. AJ Hotchkins making a second professional fight on that card? Or would that be a pretty quick turnaround, though, I know?
I don't know, brother. Whenever they ask me to fight, brother, I just say yes and I sign up, and then I go fight, bro. That's it, So I don't know about Fury 100. I don't know anything about that. But if they ask me to fight, they have an opponent that's ready to go. I'm always ready to go. And so, man, yeah, hopefully, I come out of this fight healthy, and I can stay active as possible, man. This has been my longest break since I started MMA. I think I've been out for like 6-7 months right now, and it's just been tough going from amateur to pro. No worries at all about that. I think that it's actually been a positive thing for me, because I've been able to patch some of the stuff that I needed to work on. And again, like I said, man, look forward to seeing the best version of myself step into the octagon December 15th. So looking sharp and feeling great and healthy. And so I'm really excited to show the world, man.
Always a great pleasure getting to speak to you, Mr. AJ Hotchkins over there, the El Paso, Texas area. Anybody that you wanted to thank before we sign off on the program here tonight? I know you have a lot of people that support you over there, not only in Texas, but all around the United States, as you have been stating all over this call. Anybody that you wanted to go ahead and shout out in this last remainder of the call?
Yeah, I mean, more or less, man. Anybody that's took time and put energy into me. My family back home. My sponsors. I got one of my sponsors on right now. Check these guys out. This is actually Will Hernandez's brand. I don't know if you know who Will Hernandez is. He's a UTEP legend.
Offensive lineman for the Cardinals, correct? Yeah,
go,
of course.
Yeah, this is actually his clothing line. So if you guys are El Paso, Texas, make sure you guys go check out Miho Things. I'll be representing them December 15th. Burnout Bullies, and then Gringo Theory, El Paso, Texas brands. And yeah, man, like I said, man, my family, I do this for my family. I do this for myself. I'm just ready to go. And again, like I said, man, ready to show the world the best version of AJ Hotchkins. And that's what you guys should anticipate seeing December 15th. Make sure you guys tune in. UFC Fight Pass, Theory Fight League. Let's get it. I'm super excited, man. Super excited.
I think all the fight fans along at home are very, very excited. And I think Mr. AJ Hotchkins in that Will Hernandez gear is going to be looking pretty nice as you look to make your way to the cage over there. Fury FC 99, December 15th, UFC Fight Pass. Looking like a young Salvador Dali over there with that mustache. And
there you go, brother.
Great pleasure always getting to speak to you. Michael Hernandez, MLH Media, going to be signing out.